What's up everybody, welcome back to Garage Gym Gainz. Ricky here, and today we're talking about the Rep Fitness AB-3100 adjustable bench. Now here's the feature of the show, the Rep Fitness AB-3100. Let's start off by talking about the build quality. Overall, it's a pretty solid bench. I actually bought this used and I didn't build it. The guy already had it built. He never used it. He thought he was going to be apartment gym lifing, and it turns out it didn't happen. He's one of the people that thought they were going to do a garage gym with COVID, or a home gym rather, just didn't work out. It happens, but that means we get good deals on Facebook, and I didn't have to build it. It was only about 45 minutes away from my house. So I can't talk about the actual building process of it or the installation. I did do the FB5000, and it's a pretty simple construction. This one is about the same. It looks like you've got about 2 bolts down there and 2 down here, and then the big bolt that goes to the center, which is what everything pivots off of. The pad is an extremely high quality material. It's the same material that's on Rep's fat pad that I really like. It's gonna be really grippy. It's actually a different material than what it looks like in the stock photos. The stock photos looks like that cheap, shiny material that's gonna be slick. That's not what's actually on here when you get the bench. I don't know why they haven't updated their photos yet. They'd probably sell more of them if they did, but that's not the case. So to adjust the bench, we have this arm in the back. You just lift up the bench. It catches these notches, so you have a few different that you can go from. I'll show you all here. So this is flat. Flat, this is the first notch, the second notch, third, fourth, and fifth. So it's actually pretty rare, especially on a budget bench like this one is, to get a full 90-degree seat. Usually they're only gonna go up to about right here. Now that's not a huge difference, but it is a difference, and it's something to consider. It's really nice that it goes full 90. So we'll put this back to the first one. The seat is gonna work the same way. You've got the top notch, the middle notch, and then the lowest here as well. The next thing to talk about is the handle. It does have a little bit of a rubbery plastic cover on it. The welds aren't the prettiest, but it works as it should. Lets you roll the bench around pretty easily. So one of the newer things Rep has started doing is, instead of putting stickers on their equipment, they do have a nice laser cut steel. It's a little bit sharp on the edges, so be careful. But it's a nice laser cut logo on there. I think it looks really cool. It kind of pops. They have the same thing on the FB5000, and I would assume most of their benches. The wheels are rather large, so you're gonna be able to get over the cracks in the mats and all that stuff, or whatever you're trying to roll them over. They're not gonna be off-roading, but they are better than some other bench wheels that I've seen. Now, one of the biggest drawbacks to any adjustable bench is the gap that you've got down here while you're using it as a flat bench. If this gap gets in your way, it's gonna be pretty distracting while you're benching. This one is pretty significant. It's about 1.5 to 2 inches. Obviously, you could avoid this altogether if you either have a dedicated flat bench or an Rep Fitness zero gap bench. The zero gap bench is obviously gonna have zero gap, but it's gonna cost quite a bit more. I think they're around $450, which is much more than this one. Again, we'll get to the price in just a sec. But let's see how it goes. I actually haven't flat benched with this at all, so we'll see. So my first time setting it up, I haven't played with it really much at all, just the first way I put it in there. The top of the bench is long enough that you actually don't even hit the gap at all, at least on my setup. So I'm about 5'10" and a half, if that gives you an idea on height. Maybe if you're a taller individual with a longer torso, it might be an issue, but it feels like that would work pretty well for me. Now, the last thing there is to talk about is the price and the availability. So like I said, I got this used, but they have been popping up quite a bit from Rep Fitness. They are doing an estimated arrival. that tells about when each thing is gonna come in. So they're getting them in pretty frequently in all the different colors. The other day, I almost bought one new. They had blue, red, and black. Obviously I went with black, but I got mine used. So the price right now is about $249. They did go up a little bit since they initially launched it. I think it used to be around $220, $240, but now it's $249, which is still a really good value. If you go with the Rogue adjustable bench, now it's gonna be a little bit higher quality than the 3100, but it's gonna cost, I'm pretty sure, over $650, which is kind of crazy for an adjustable bench. So I think the value of this is really good, especially if you already have a flat bench. But honestly, you could even use it as your main bench and then get a flat bench down the road. Or, I don't have any problem flat benching on this, just stick with it. For $249, you do have to take into account shipping, but for $249, I think it's a great deal. Thanks for watching. As always, if you found this helpful or entertaining, hit the thumbs up and let me know what you think about the Rep 3100 adjustable bench down below. If you like garage gym, home gym content, we are trying to post 3 times a week, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss anything. And until next time, that's all I got.